Hi, today I'm going to be talking about dividing bamboo. It's a good day for it and a good upcoming week as it's not going to be too hot. And doing this on a really hot summer's day is not a good idea. This is a selection of tools and planting mediums I'll be using today. If I'm digging out from the ground, I want to be using a garden spade or a drainage spade to get those deeper holes. Potentially a fork for getting under the bamboo rhizomes and edging it out. Maybe a saw if I'm having difficulty cutting through the rhizomes. I find a pair of garden loppers normally suffices. So the planting mediums. I am actually just going to do a straight compost plant up today because I don't want too much drainage. The reason for this is that the horticultural grit creates a lot of drainage and I kind of want my bamboo roots to be damp, especially in this summer period. However, as winter comes along, what I don't want is the bamboo roots sitting in cold, wet, damp soil. I want there to be some drainage, so I'll be repotting them later on in the year into slightly larger pots with the 70 compost and 30% horticultural grit mix. Right, we've got a couple of different varieties. So this is Chinese walking stick bamboo, and you can see it's got a very different look. It's got these like saucer shaped nodes on it. It's quite a rare variety, so I want to see if I can get some more. I see some new culms coming up. It's a very aggressive runner. This variety is a dwarf runner called Pleioblastus. It's got this lovely kind of variegation on the leaves, like limes through to yellows and dark greens. And we'll see if we can split this up as well. Take the pot. Put it on its side. Give it a bit of a shake. See, this was a division that I took last year. Maybe going down the middle. Following the culms, because you don't want to really break any of the bigger ones until we get to a point like this. As you can see, there's two main runners here that connect both of these parts, so I'm going to get a pair of loppers and just chop through them. Now we should have two. And I'm taking a look at this at the moment and thinking I don't really, unless I can get one from down here, which I can. I think if I can get some of this root material here, we've got a new plant that we can get off that. So what I'm going to do is go through this mass at the bottom. I think it is literally just one there. And then we go. We have 3 plants. This part's easy. Get the bamboo. I want to give it plenty of space so that it can run using a deep pot. Plenty of root space as well. Get that all nicely covered up. The reason I am giving it a lot of room to run is because I want to try and make as many of these as I possibly can. Whereas, if I put a large amount in a single pot, it's going to quickly fill that pot. I don't want to be putting this one in the ground, because I've heard it's one of the more aggressive of the spreaders. So there we go. That's one. It's a nice chunk. This is definitely the main portion here. Yeah, and as I said, it is a nice cloudy week coming up. Made the mistake the other year of doing this same exercise in full sun and leaving my bamboo in full sun, and it scorched it big time, and some of them actually came back, but it took until this year and come back substantially really. So yeah, just two. And where is that smaller one? Here we go. Yeah, let's give him a little pot here as well. So one plant last year has now formed, I think, about 9 in total now. So really pleased with that. So here's the Pleioblastus. There's a couple of ways you could split this. It doesn't have nearly as strong roots as a Pleioblastus, for example, like golden bamboo. It's easy enough to split with hand. You can see that there's another one. What separates the two. Chop through that runner. And now this is ready to be potted up, and I've turned my one Pleioblastus into 2. Really happy with that. So I'm going to pot these up a little bit later, but that's taking 2 bamboos and turning it into 5. With the walking stick bamboo, probably by the end of the year I've filled this one and this one as well, and that's exactly what I want it to do. Moving on to golden bamboo. This one's actually in the ground other than in pots like the ones I've just covered. There's many ways I can tackle this. So what I'm looking to do, dig around these 2 cones and take this little bit out as a section as an example. I don't really want to be digging out any big chunks today, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. The good thing about removing it from the ground is that it's already mature. Next year, when it produces new culms, they will be full size, whereas if I got bamboo that was just 1 metre tall, planted it, next year the culms will be about 1.5 metres tall. The following year, potentially 2, 2.5, and it's going to take about 4 or 5 years for that example to get to the size of this. So if you have the chance, start with a mature example like these. So this was easy enough to split for me. All I had to use was the drainage shovel, and that was it, not even any loppers. So I'm going to plant this up now, and we'll be using 30% horticultural grit, 70% compost. This is a bigger pot, so it's less likely to dry out as fast as the smaller pots. Therefore, this is the way forward. I don't want to be repotting it again at the end of the year. You need to keep them well watered and ensure, at least for the first few months, while they become established in these pots, keep them out of direct sun, and they will do far better. Please do like and subscribe for further content.